Andrew Murphy said one day, "You are confined only by the walls you build yourself." This might be debatable regarding the world's current contexts, but it's still remarkable in Trackmania speedrunning, where players have been finding new strategies to improve their times year after year, to the limits and beyond. The story takes place 1 month ago, on the 24th of February 2021. At first wanting to build another Uber map, I lost myself for a bit and ended up building a little full speed map. And here is the result. So, what do you think? The map was really cool, right? Well, that's what I thought too. Until I asked some full speed players to try it out. Okay, well, this didn't go as expected. Seems like they were a bit jealous of my legendary mapping skills and wanted to drag me down. I'm sure they were just looking for an excuse for not being able to beat my world record. Nonetheless, I felt very sad and disappointed, but then reminded my favorite Trackmania YouTuber, Virtual. He would tell me to never give up on my dreams. So I got back on track, together with my teammates Afi and Ren. We agreed to a little competition. The first one to beat the time of 28.74 would be the winner. I quickly improved my world record to 0.80, but then couldn't manage to get a lower time. However, Gwen finally did this run. This was fast, but like, very fast. Probably too fast for me to beat. Unless maybe, I could find something new. I know what you're thinking. Hey Llama, the start of your map was originally an Uber bug setup. Why don't you just Uber into the finish? Unfortunately, there are two reasons to prevent that from happening. The first one is the fact that there are many decoration blocks between you and the finishes. Nonetheless, it might still be possible to get through with a very lucky try. The second reason is the most problematic. There is a checkpoint that you need to get right before the end. And even if you would manage to land on it, you would most likely have no speed coming up to the final part. So what now? Is this the end? Well, I thought so, but still decided to hand the map a bit more, hoping for a miracle run. But instead of that, something unexpected happened. Sometimes in Trackmania, when you get out of patience, you just start doing stupid things, like driving outside the track, or smashing against walls before finally restarting the run. By doing that, I discovered by accident that I could hit the bumper blocks that were just there, as decoration signs. At first I thought, oh wow, maybe I can bump right into the finish and get world record like that. But guys, of course, with such amazing mapping skills as mine, it was obvious that I'd put the checkpoint just a little too far for this to be possible. Okay, right, very cool. Guys, did you know that in mathematics, if you multiply a negative number by another negative number, the result is a positive number? Well, sometimes it's the same in Trackmania. Both the solutions I had thought of until then were impossible to achieve. But then I had this idea. What about if you combine them? As an average, I would get only one good Uber try every 15 minutes. And the better the direction, the lower the probability to get past all the decoration blocks. In theory, I needed one try that would land right on the checkpoint, then bounce to the bumper, and finally bounce back to the finish. I quickly realized that this would require a massive amount of luck. But I still continued trying, to see if I could just get past the decoration once. And what follows is probably the luckiest thing that ever happened to me in Trackmania. So that's it. The luckiest cut I ever made in Trackmania. I still can't believe to this day what happened, and I probably won't get anything as lucky for the rest of my life. But who knows? If you enjoyed this, please make sure to have a wonderful day, because that's the only thing that really matters. And I will see you in the next video.